Everybody, it's my great pleasure today. It's Jeff, the Business Guru. My great pleasure today, all the way downtown Manila. And my guest is at Port Macquarie in New South Wales, Australia. Brings back fond memories for me. The lady's name is Bron Watson. She's an amazing woman. She's the founder, the social coach, and Serenity.
Serenity.
Get it out eventually, Jeff. The tongue got in the way. Serenity Project. Industry, the social coach, marketing, and Serenity Project. Health and wellness is the subject. Over 30 years in marketing and over 30 years as a registered nurse and educator. So she knows a bit, guys. She's seen life from both sides. I'm a nurse, educator, entrepreneur, and founder of the social coach and Serenity Project. With decades of experience as a registered nurse and educator, I've been long drawn into spaces where care, communication, and connection matter, and they certainly do. In 2012, I founded my first business, empowering business owners to share their voice online with authenticity and purpose. Right? Over the past decade, my work has supported thousands of people to show up in life and business with intention and impact. Work has grown into the Social Coach, a boutique marketing agency and social coaching practice where I help small business owners turn social media into a strategic, sustainable asset that feels true to who they are and clearly speaks to the people they want to serve. That's ever so important. Key achievements is lots, but my journey took a profound shift in 2017 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. 5 years later, she got the daily double. I received a second diagnosis, an incurable blood cancer. These experiences deepened my belief that healing isn't just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. Well, and we wish you well, Bron.
Thank you.
Rather than be defined by diagnosis, I created the Serenity Project to offer others I wished I had, the space where science meets soul with evidence and perspective. What I call the third plus space, I call it your gut feeling, a place to reconnect with yourself, navigate uncertainty with compassion and find serenity in the midst of it all. Personal motto, I love the quote by Scott O'Neill, who I'd never heard up till today, be where your feet are. It's pretty clever. No matter what's happening in business, in life, I stay grounded right here and now. I can deal with whatever life throws our way. And I'm exactly the same. In fact, I tell people, they think I'm kidding. If I was on my deathbed, dying, I'd be laughing. What's the alternative? Crying,
Exactly.
You might as well laugh. Keep laughing.
Well, you've got a choice. It is a choice, right? It's a choice how you view these things and, finish well. Because we're all going to finish one day, but we don't want to go down that today.
Right, but I think it's got a lot to do with attitude. Most people have got the wrong attitude. It's their upbringing and what it is. It's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage, Bronwyn. Let's get this show underway. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you all those years ago to pursue your current career path. Tell us about the journey.
Oh, look, we're going back a long time. Let's go marketing. So I'd already been in nursing for a couple of years, and a dear friend of mine was working in marketing, and she said, you know what, Bron, why don't you think about changing careers? And so back in the day, I'm going to sort of tell you how old I am now, but I taught myself to touch type, Jeff, so that I could, because part of the role that I was going for was actually at Ticketek. I needed to type 60 words a minute, and I literally BS'd my way into getting the job, and I loved it. So from there, I was able to have, I'd never really realised why I'd have this dual career. Like sometimes the nursing side would be more profound and other times the marketing would. And eventually I got myself actually into a marketing role at a very large private hospital in Sydney. So I was then able to bring them together. And I think that, sometimes you do need to go out on a whim and you need to just back yourself. And, I literally bullshitted my way into that role with zero admin experience, and they were looking for admin, but you know what, you can teach yourself. I don't know what they do these days, but fundamentally that whole mindset of, you can make it come to life by just working a way around whatever is happening.
The old story these days is this, you and I live by this, you can teach skills, but you can't teach attitude.
Exactly.
It's pretty simple stuff. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work, Bron, and how have you overcome that over the years?
Look, let's just we'll go to the business world. So running your own business. I think coming out of nursing, because business owners, guys, you make it look easy. we just make it look easy in that entrepreneurial space, remembering you've created something from literally nothing, thin air. And I think the challenge was, I thought it was going to be a lot easier. I just thought you just build something and people bought it, right? It's as simple as that, isn't it? I couldn't have been further from the truth, right? And so it was such a shock to go, oh, you've got to do sales. You've got to learn how to do Facebook ads. Okay. And so I would start building but I surrounded myself with people who had the skills. And like at one stage, like especially in the social media space, so I'm now more in that social media space with the social coach. I learned from a lady called Jennifer who ran Barack Obama's second social media campaign. So I didn't go to uni, I didn't go to courses, I went to the source. And so I think that's one thing we can do. And yes, you pay for that. You're going to pay for it. But I learned so much from her to this day. It's as relevant as what it was back in 2015. So if you think things have changed, people, you and I, we haven't changed. And the way people connect have not changed. Technology changes, but we haven't. So when you keep that front and center, I think the challenge for me was actually learning the skills that I never had, sales funnels, emails, all that online world space. It's like, I don't even know what you're talking, a blog, a what?
Yeah,
you want me to do what exactly? And that, so it was the how to where, like it was such a layered complex.
It still is.
Where do you start if you're starting a business? And so to me, now looking back, I really wished that I had spent more time on getting my mindset around how to handle the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs when you're as good as your last invoice.
I got a bit of advice for anyone listening. I left school at 14. I tell people the money is in the books. Be a lifelong learner. And you mentioned
Agreed.
there, there's a great book by an Australian. His name's 𝐁𝐵𝐻. His first name escapes me at the moment. Brian 𝐁𝐵𝐻, actually. There it is, Brian 𝐁𝐵𝐻. And the book's called, great book, very cheap, called Making Money Out of Thin Air. I bought that book, cost me about, I think, 12th red-covered book, and I made millions from that book. Right, there you go, guys.
And it is, and fundamentally, as I said, people like to make it complex. You and I were talking about that it's a lot more complex these days, and it is in some ways. But I think if we just go back to basics, using technology, absolutely using technology, using AI, using all the opportunities that are out there, but understanding at the end of the day, it's this.
Plumber, we don't know, you and I know nothing about plumbing. If you're a plumber, stick with what you know and hire people to market you. Simple as that. If you're a baker,
100%.
Get back in the kitchen and bake bread. I'll fill your shop up for you. It's that simple.
Yeah, it is. It is. I like to say to people, stick to your lane, stick to what you love. I don't like in the Serenity Project space, like with reading scientific articles, right? I might have but I don't need to be the scientist. But I need to surround myself with the people who are the scientists, like the specialists, and get them to explain to me what I don't understand. So it's the same in business. Find your people who can, like you, Jeff, explaining the basics, because I think we love to complicate it, and it's really not that complicated in some ways.
I love what you just said, because I tell people, one of the things I tell people is that think of me as Henry T. Ford, and I haven't even got a driver's license. But what I do, I know a guy who makes tyres, I know a guy who paints cars, I know a guy who designs cars, I know a window screen guy. I'm the guy that puts them all together, and I get all the credit.
Yep, that's it.
A team of 36 people here. That's exactly what I do now. I get the credit. I know a lot of people. They all help me. I know nothing, but my people around me know plenty.
Right? But you're surrounding with your people who know their bits, who know their lane.
Absolutely. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secret?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. To stay motivated, see, my thing with motivation is that, to think you need to be motivated all the time and keep yourself up, that's just rubbish, because sometimes it can be a grind. So to me, when you focus on the end goal, whatever that goal might be, it could be health, it could be wellness. Like my goal or intention for the year is all about healing. But guess what? That 100% drives how we do business. So to me, it's around with motivation when you are so clear on keeping consciously clear on your intention your goal, insert however you want to put it. I'm not here to tell you how to do a goal, but my thing here is knowing you want to remove the emotion, like zero emotion. So if I'm putting social media together, there's zero emotion involved, none. I have absolutely learned to remove emotion from what's going on in front of me. So to me, when it comes to motivated, that's how you stay motivated, is you remove the emotion of the doing when we focus on, in my world, the being. So we're a human being. We're not human doings.
I love it.
So we go for the human being, and then we focus on then creating that space. Can it be done? Absolutely, it can. And as we said right at the very beginning, Jeff, one decision at a time.
Yeah, that's the one. And I love your thoughts on all that. Tell us about a recent project or achievement amongst your many that you tell us one you're particularly proud of.
Okay, well, at the moment, so my methods, right? So, like you, been in the game 30 plus years in marketing. I use my own method. So it started out, it's called the Bron and Co method. Co was collaboration. It was never company. It was always collaboration. So Bron and Co. And at the moment we're using the current model, which is called Bron and Co 5.0. So I'm literally about to launch the Bron and Co 6.0, which is a fully automated, it's called Mini Me Marketing Manager. So I have developed an ecosystem basically. Well, I've got all the beautiful young people who love AI to do it for me, because as if I want to learn how to put it, I can learn how to use it. But basically, I've automated our entire system. So I'm pretty darn proud of it. Yes, there are so many people out there doing it, but this is fully customized on the front end. They come in, they still have strategy with me on the front end, because that's my strength, is strategy. And then this thing just delivers, and it'll give you scripts for your video. I still, at the moment, thoughts out on having AI create your video, because I believe in human connections. You must have that human connection, and therefore we want it to be real. And I'm not talking as a Gen X here. I'm talking at that the AI is just not there for video, I don't believe yet. Am I training on that? Yes, I belong to the, I can't even remember what it's belonged to, this US, with Michael Stizer. He does an amazing job. So he was doing the Social Media Marketing Society. So now he's got the Social Media, I think it's an AI Society, I think it's called. They're amazing people in there. So I go to them. I don't have to learn all that. They teach me. And so, as I said, I'm pretty proud that, I've had people comment, it's so funny. Oh, you're in social media, are you? Don't you think you're a bit old? And I go, thank you so much, but it's in the wisdom, people, the wisdom, and you're not understanding how it works. You don't think it's about understanding the people. So my little marketing, I'm actually built a fantastic marketing manager for someone to do all the things. And yes, you still need to take video. However, this thing will give you the script. You then put it in and it'll actually schedule and publish for you. So pretty happy with it, Jeff, pretty happy with it.
Love the part about being old, because I used to be called the marketing godfather, and now they call me the marketing grandfather. And
it's a compliment.
Absolutely. The funny part is I know more than ever, because I'm learning every day. I'm doing that 1% a week, which gives you a 67% profit increase per year, guys. 1% per
100%. And I think with that, Jeff, knowing that I don't want to learn I don't want to learn how to code. I don't want to learn how to pull it together. I have people who do that for me, but I need to understand how to work with people to keep the human to human connection, because they're calling them orchestrators. We want to orchestrate this space, but please let's not lose the fact that people connect with people. Even if you are a very large brand like Nike, they're still connecting. It's marketing is all about emotion, I reckon. It's all about an emotional experience that you feel when you see something.
One of my guests, I nearly fell off my stool. I keep saying it's recent, it's about 9 months ago now. One of my podcast guests said to me, "Be a better human." And I went, wow, how profound is that? And my marketing brain kicked in and went, I can see it now. T-shirts, be a better human. Markets, be a better human. I go over to Africa and I start drilling holes in the ground and help people find water. I'm a better human. And I said, settle down, Jeff. You got enough on your plate already.
Yeah, but it is, right? And I think that if we can continue that relationship, and
I thought it was a great comment. Be a better human.
I love it. Be a better human.
Yeah, but
I love it.
If we could all practice that. Another one you'll love. A woman said, another woman, they're smart, these women, and she said, Jeff, I'm a CEO, not a CEO. And my thoughts were, you think about it, you get a woman and she turns your house into a home. She has your children. She looks after those children. She feeds you. She washes and irons your shirt. It's not magic. It's always in the cupboard ready to go. Your shirt's washed and ironed. She sends you out the door with everything in your briefcase, including your packed lunch, and you get all the credit. It's actually you've only got an 8-hour job. The woman's got a 24-hour job. So
Exactly.
I've got the greatest respect for women. I wish they'd even keep coming up even more than what they do. But they're just too humble, I think. They just sit in the background.
Well, I think, if you're talking about that, I think it's around people, full stop, need to find their space. And if they find their space, like I'm remembering I got 5 boys and a husband. So there's 6 men in my world and we all work together. So we don't have jobs, no one has certain jobs. And if I'm not well, everyone steps up. So to me, it's around how we step up for ourselves and then for others. And then it's the CEOs and the fact that it's it's collaboration in our house. It's a joint effort all around.
Sorry, teamwork
including that I won't wash cars.
teamwork makes the dream work. You've got to outsource that stuff. I tell people, I was outsourcing stuff, guys, when I was 14. I was outsourcing stuff. I had six newspaper runs, and I was in bed. I didn't do any of them. I got them. Got them from the guy that ran the show. Got them from him. Got my boys. I copped 25%. So I was laughing. I learned early. Outsource.
Yep.
Tell me, one of your boys comes to you, or a nephew or a niece, and says, I'm 20 and I just left school. What shall I be doing with myself? What would your advice be?
Oh, that's a really big question. I would start with, what do they love?
Yeah, correct.
What do they love? What lights their fire? And say it's playing sport. Okay, well, what is it about the sport? Is it being part of a team? Is it, so I'm digging deeper than just the surface. I would dig deeper to go, cool, what do you love? And then we keep going, well, what does that mean? Tell me, I'm curious. Tell me more about that. And we're digging through to find, to me, that looking back, because I never listened to myself, is if I can demonstrate to our younger generations to listen to their gut, soul, intuition, whatever you want to call it, and work out what that means. Because, it's like, what am I going to do? I'm not talking about, I'm not interested in what you want to do. I'm way more interested in how do you want to be? How do you want to live? What excites you in life? And to know, unlike our generation, go and have 2, 3, 4, 5 careers. Go and experience life. It's all about experiences, and you won't know what you don't like until whatever. So like I think 2, 3 of my boys have worked at McDonald's. Some are okay with it, others, no. Then we've gone to Coles.
Yeah, that's it.
But you got to learn what you don't like as much as learning what you like.
Get a passion. Once you've got a passion, and be prepared.
Yeah.
Believe me, you're going to change jobs many times.
Absolutely.
Your passion and your thoughts will change as you get older. And I say, if you can, travel. But more,
I agree.
Here's the best advice you're going to get. Get it, whatever you do, get a mentor. Because people like Bron and I, we can shave 10 or 20 years off the journey. We've been there. We're still making mistakes, right?
We can all the time.
We can put you on the right track and say, been there and done that, it's not going to work. Speaking of that, I'll give you an example of that. Guys, this podcast is like talking to a friend, with Bron here. This is called 15 Minutes of Fame. A TV commercial is going to set you back $20,000. And guess what happens? As soon as it comes on, people will jump up, go to the fridge, grab a beer, grab a hot dog, or go to the toilet. This is the whole damn thing. Okay, you want to try 10 radio spots. I've been done all these things. 10 radio spots, that'll set you back $4,000 to $5,000.
Yes.
They play them at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep, right? Come on, 15 Minutes of Fame. It's all about you. We'll put you across Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, Facebook, our Facebook group, YouTube, and our new program, School, with all your social media links, potentially putting you in front of hundreds of prospects. The rest is up to you. And at your end, don't throw the podcast in the drawer. It's an evergreen movie all about you. Put it out there often. So there it is. Before we wrap it up,
yep.
Tell our listeners how can they reach out and find out more about you?
Right. Well, okay. So if it's in the business space, thesocialcoach.com.au is my space. Find me on LinkedIn, just Bron Watson, pretty darn straightforward. For the Serenity Project, so for people who are going through adversity, cancer, you are a survivor, a thriver, a carer, go over to serenityproject.com.au. And then, of course, there's Facebook and Instagram, both at Bron Watson as well. So you know what? If anyone's got a question and want to go, hey, how do I do that? I'm more than happy to answer any question, as you are.
Virtual cup of coffee. It costs you nothing, guys, to get knowledge. A virtual cup of coffee, you'll come away with a shitload of knowledge if you listen. That's
yeah.
it, right? Before we wrap it up, Bronwyn, tell us a fun fact about yourself, apart from the fact you've got 5 boys and you're a survivor. What else? What's a fun fact?
Well, strangely enough, I love building Lego. Ever since my chemotherapy, I build Lego. So I'm not talking little Lego. I'm talking like full streets of Lego. And this is going to sound really old, but I started crocheting blankets because of the drugs that I were on. I was just like, oh, it's called dexamethasone. And I've started crocheting. So nobody knows that. Well, they do now. But yeah, I've turned to that creative side, and that was just a way of working through adversity when other things were it was just a hard space.
Proud of you, Bronwyn. You've been an awesome guest. Any last words before we wrap it up?
No, just always remember, guys, just be where your feet are. And when I say be where your feet are, when your mind is racing and you've gone forward or you've gone backward, you literally consciously tell that little shitty committee in your brain to stop and just take a breath and be where your feet are.
I add to that, say trust your gut, guys. It's your second brain. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, it ain't right.
And it's really listen and start listening.
That's the one. Thanks, Rowan.
Thank you.